Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cypher. Epic just added a arena box fight mode. This is a box fighting game mode, and it actually does keep track of your score, and you can gain points in this mode. It's not linked to arena like traditional arena, but it has a scoring system. The better you do, it's like a bracket style tournament, 16 man. The better you do in each tournament, the more points you gain, and then the higher points that you gain, you go against higher tier players. So this is kind of an experimental mode, and there's a lot of things that could come from this, right? People think there might be official box fight tournaments in the near future if they're experimenting with this. This could also be a test for some sort of in-game mechanic. If they were to ever introduce some sort of gulag, I feel like Fortnite would have a box fight gulag. That makes the most sense in my opinion. Limited amount of mats, random weapons, you fight it out. So there's a lot of different things that Epic could be doing by testing this stuff. And I have some theories as to why this could be some really, really great progression for Fortnite. So 16-man bracket, you go 1v1. Every time you win, you go against somebody who has also won. I believe if you lose, you're out. So depending on how far you make it into the tourney, you get more points. And of course, the higher your points are, the better the opponents will be. This could very easily be a competitive scene. We already see a lot of box fight and zone war tournaments happening right now in Fortnite. They've been happening for a while. Now, with some tweaks and some feedback, this could be an official competitive mode. And I think it would be interesting to see the type of players that make it to the finals of box fight tournaments. I feel like we would see different players reaching the top because it's a different skill set than the traditional battle royale. And honestly, man, adding more variety to the game is going to always be a good thing in my opinion. Keeping things fresh, especially in competitive, and giving people who are good at certain stuff the opportunity to compete in it would be great. I know there's a lot of people who are really good at box fights, but maybe are not as good in competitive battle royales. So we'll have to see. Now, the idea of a gulag system, honestly, is super interesting to me. This guy's just holding that wall. No, I did not. He was relying on his low ping a little too much. Guy thought you could just stand there and hold walls. All right. So with Epic's recent mode, the mode where you have like extra health, not extra health, extra lives. That was a fun mode, but in my opinion, I don't think Epic would add extra lives to the actual game. Because it's just, in my opinion, extra lives is it kind of removes the purpose of BR. But the idea of adding a gulag system where you have a chance to fight back for an extra life and come back into the game, that makes a lot more sense. And it doesn't guarantee that you're going to have an extra life. It's not a guarantee. It's more so a chance at it. And it's a unique way to like keep the match flowing. Dang, I just destroyed this guy. It's a unique way to keep the match flowing, keep players involved. A big problem that I see in Fortnite, especially in pubs, is the player count actually drops really, really fast as the game goes on. I feel like if players had the opportunity to go into a box fight gulag and then come back into the game, there would be more players alive in the mid to late game. It would create more intense moments. There would be less walking around not finding anybody. I'm sure the third parties would increase a little bit, but in my opinion right now, pubs could use a little bit of a revamp. A lot of times when people that I play with, whenever we're playing public matches and even arena, but especially in pubs, there's a lot of moments where there's only 15 or 16 people alive. First circle just started closing, and you kind of spend most of the game running around not really finding anybody. So this could be a great change if it was implemented properly. I hope that the arena box fights are being tested for more than just implementing arena box fights, and hopefully they are also being tested as potentially a game mechanic that they would introduce. In my opinion, if I had to do it, I would do it a little bit differently though. Some of these box fights can drag on really long, especially if you're spawning in with like 500 wood and a pump and an AR and minis. I think I would limit it. I would like do like a combination of like AR shotgun or SMG shotgun. I would reduce the mat count and make it even smaller of a playing field. That way the fight ends quicker, and it gives players who are not as good the opportunity to win, because you don't want it to be a complete just, you know, stomp fest for anybody who goes into the gulag. They go against a really sweaty box fight player, then they just automatically lose. You want to give people the opportunity to come back even if they're not as great. This might seem like it's an unfair thing, but the whole point of like a gulag is like you already died once, right? So this is a chance at coming back. You kind of have to earn it, and it doesn't always have to be the most fair, most even fight. It could be like a low mat count, and kind of rely on your aim and some of your quick builds instead of just a full-on box fight with, you know, all the open space and 500 materials to work with. Currently, arena, in my opinion, kind of sucks for a really big reason, and that reason is that there's not a lot of incentive. Right now, there's a big incentive to grind arena to get the champion so you can play in the tournaments. But a lot of people, after they get champions, they don't really play to win anymore. And most of the arena matches are very, very low in player count as well, because people just end up W-keying and dying off spawn. I would love to see more incentive and more rewards for people to actually try to win in arena. If they added some sort of incentive, even if it's just like in-game leaderboard, rewards for the top performers, maybe custom cosmetics that you can only get if you grind enough arena, it would allow people to actually take arena seriously. Some of you take arena seriously, and I understand, but most people that I've encountered don't really take it seriously, and it's because there's no need to take it seriously. Once you get a certain rank, once you're champions rank, there's no need to keep grinding super hard and going for the win. So arena right now feels like it's just pubs with, you know, some siphon and a point system that doesn't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things. And hopefully this box fight stuff links into, you know, some more tournaments, some more incentives, and hopefully becomes one day a game mechanic that they implement to really like bring up the level of, you know, Fortnite matches. In almost 3 years, there hasn't been really huge changes to the pacing. If you think about it, we've had reboot vans picking up down players. I guess that's really about it. But there hasn't been a way to keep more players in the match or give players a chance to come back into the match after they've already been, you know, eliminated. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.